We are live. Sunday Night with Those Guys, and Sunday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by
Those guys.
What's up, Herman? Happy Sunday to you.
What's going on, man? How's it going?
It's going.
I'm having a good time doing my thing.
All right, what's up? Michael Blades, I saw Wind Jumbie here earlier at Wind Jumbie FPV. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Sunday Nights with Those Guys. How's the weather up there in Rhode Island, Michael Blades? What's going on up there? You guys should be having some pretty nice weather because we're burning up down here. What's up with you, JSK Leonard? How are you, sir? What's up with you, Herman?
Well, you had firsthand of the information that was happening with me.
Yeah.
Everything that's been going on ever since. I got the case for the Mini 3 Pro Fly More.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna say it. I put it out there, because I don't perpetrate any frauds or anything like that. I pre-ordered with Best Buy, and Best Buy is having trouble getting that drone, just like B&H and everyone else.
Right.
Another, third-party seller of, distributor Best Buy of DJI drones. So with that being said, being is that where we live at, I made a phone call to the DJI store, and I asked them a simple question.
The only one in the area.
Do you have the Mini 3 Pro in stock? And they told me, yes, we do. And I told them I'm on my way. So I drove over there and I picked up one. And apparently they have more of them in stock. But
okay.
Best Buy is having trouble getting them to their customers.
Yes,
so I got a refund from Best Buy, and I went over to the DJI store.
You know what? Hey, Angie, what's up? Crypto Man, Tim Jackson, Aloha, Sky Control, Blind Neil, how are you? Crypto Man, JSK, SJM, how's everyone? Happy Sunday to all of you. Well, I'm glad you finally, those guys, thank you, Angie. I'm glad you finally got your bird, because the crap that they were putting you through with that.
Well, it's funny that, like I said, they had taken off $75 because of the whole incident and how it was playing out, but you can't fly $75. I mean, so I just wanted the drone. It wasn't for the money. I just wanted the drone. So when it came to that, when I found out that the DJI store had them, I was like, why am I sitting here going through all of this when I could just go to the DJI store? It's right there. Sorry, not everyone has the luxury to be able to go to the DJI store and get one, but so I wasn't gonna sit there and keep going to. They don't even have a date when it's gonna ship. And then it kept getting pushed back from at one point it was the 4th of July week. Then it became they don't know. I couldn't bother with it. So I just went over there and picked it. Plus I had just got the case. It came in the mail. Well, I don't know what happened to Lawrence, but I guess he disappeared for a minute. So yeah. So I went over to, like I said, the DJI store and I picked that up.
Here we go. We're back. Hello?
You're back?
Yes, I am. Hey, what's up? Unfortunately, if this was Zoom bugged out. Zoom just went, you disappeared, And I was like, okay, everyone hold on. And then all of a sudden, everything just started spinning. So we are back.
Okay.
But you were on there live. Apparently you were still there
Yeah.
and I was not.
Okay.
I was just trying to text you now. You know how your voice response when you try to voice text, it
Yeah, it
never
doesn't work when you
exactly
want it to
gets what
work.
you want? Well, it just copied everything I said word for word without a problem.
Uh,
If it was a life or death situation, yes, I hit the return to home, Tim Jackson, by mistake. Night train was good, man.
what's going on, Night Train?
What's up, Greg?
Jackson, what's good, man? Lady? What's good, man? What's going on? How's it going on over there?
Anyway, I'm
Yeah,
back. I don't know what it was, but Zoom,
Jackson, man, he's a funny guy, man.
I know Zoom bugged out. And I'm like, uh-oh, maybe it's me who's offline. So right in the middle of getting ready to text you that my internet didn't go out, but something's wrong with Zoom,
Yeah,
you came back on.
no, but what I was saying is, so, Best Buy is having trouble. So, like I
Right.
said, I'm not going to sit up here and lie to people about what's going on with Best Buy. Best Buy does not have drone available unless they was just messing up my order, and I'm the only one from Best Buy that got the order messed up. But you don't have
Hey,
any.
Maddie.
So, like I said, I went over to the DJI store and picked it up. Now, anybody that saw it on Facebook, they saw it. I went over to the DJI store and I got it.
Yeah, you know what? That was a good move. I think that it's kind of messed up on how things played out here in New York, but we're not even going to talk about that issue. The fact that you have it is all that matters right now. So congratulations on your new purchase. Also, I'm going to say, oh, you didn't even take the plastic off.
Oh no, I opened it already.
Oh,
It's
you opened it ninja style.
it's been updated, registered.
Best Buy up street from me wouldn't hire me, Crypto Man says. What's up, Mike or Sergio from Flies on Drones?
Well, how did you
Easy
go
drone
into the
dude.
place?
What happened?
He said they wouldn't hire him. I said, but how did you go into the place?
Love that store. I wanted the discount. He wanted to work there for the discount.
Oh,
Everything's good, Mike.
well, yeah.
Well, congratulations on purchasing now. I see, but now you're going to either need a camera with a wider lens because you're slowly filling up the space behind you. Over your left shoulder, once you put that box on top of the Flymore box, that you've maxed out that side of the screen with products. Chris Hope, what's good?
Well, by then, I would hope to have moved into the new space.
Okay, the new studio.
Yeah, and then all of that would be, obsolete, done with, and gone. Be a different type of
All
decoration.
right, because you're running out of room up there on that shelf up there.
Well, behind me?
Yeah, man.
Well,
You got enough room to hang something right between the two Phantoms right there, from what I see.
what, a keychain or something, a lanyard.
Angie says there's always more to get. There is. Anyway, how's everyone's weekend? Welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys. I don't know what that glitch was with Zoom earlier. Drone Days, welcome to the stream, everyone. Don't forget to click that like button. We appreciate it. But everything's going good for me too, Herman. I have two birds under construction. Two FPV birds. I'm taking my long range cruiser that I took to Rhode Island. That's analog. I'm taking her and making her digital.
Okay.
And then this one here I started, but I'm gonna have to hand it off to someone. It's beyond knowing what I know what to do. I already have the CADX unit in it, but for some reason this is a stack that I've never worked with. Speedy B, and I can't flash it, so I'm gonna give it to someone to try and flash. If not, I have another flight controller coming in replacement for that on Monday anyway. There you go. There you go. There you got the frog.
Yep, the baby frog.
Yeah, the gray frog, should say. Jim's Droning, how are you, sir? Hope all is well. I wanted to say that I don't know if she's here yet, but
You know the
I'll
legs.
mention it again. I wanted to give a shout out um, to, I
Wow.
can't think of, Tammy Jean, I'm sorry. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. I wanted to give a shout out to Tammy Jean because her show comes on after Ken Heron's show at 10 p.m. and unfortunately I'm either asleep or out flying or editing footage at the time, or depending on what's going on. I'm usually asleep, but she gave us a shout out, and I wanted to say shout out to Tammy Jean for shouting out those guys on her live stream. We appreciate that. Recovery One Drones, how are you? Logan Carpenter, what's up? That's my next drone for my DJI Mini collection. Logan Carpenter just said.
Great.
I agree, Blind Neil. 24 watching, 8 thumbs up. Well, it's 12 now, but
Well,
you know how it is.
I see 13, but
You know what? I probably need to refresh this window since I zapped out
you got
on.
kicked.
No, I still have 12. So whatever it is what it is.
All right, so let me take one off.
Now it says 13. Wow.
It says 14.
That's funny.
Over here.
Anyway, how's everyone doing? Yeah, her first stream was great. I heard she had a lot of people in there. Jay Santiago, what's good? And I'm gonna have to stay up late or take a nap during the day so I can catch some of these these nighttime streams, because sometimes by 9 o'clock I'm like passed out already, unless I'm out flying.
Well, it went well. I mean, she held her own.
Yeah.
Guys in the chat.
Okay. She handled the crowd well and everything. It was a good stream. Night Train said it was a good stream.
Very good stream.
Okay. I'm gonna have to try and make the next one is after Ken's. All right, I'm gonna have to try and make it.
And then she, and it's always a good stream when you shout out those guys.
Oh yeah. We highly appreciate it very much, Tammy Jean. If you're listening or watching, and if she comes into the chat, I'll probably say it again. Give her thanks. But what's going on your end of the world other than you finally got your Mini? Any projects you're working on?
Well, we're about to start abusing the hell out of the Mini now that it's all registered and everything, and it's ready to go. She's got her numbers. She's all taped up and ready to go.
Okay, yeah, everyone's agreeing that she did awesome. Her stream was good. It was a very good stream. I'm definitely gonna have to check it out, even if I got to take a nap that day so I can stay up and check it out for a while. But all right, let's see what we got to start. In the news, well, we have a story here. There's a Ukrainian startup company. Okay, and I'm trying to think of the saying, Herman. There's a saying that says, out of necessity, something.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking.
I can't think of the correct term. It's out of need for something.
Invention. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Things, yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, the Ukrainian startup. Huh? What happened?
Yeah.
He's got range unboxings, first flights, first impressions. Lots for Herman to do now. Yes.
What happened?
Out of necessity,
yeah,
people get real creative. And right, out of necessity, people get real inventive and creative. And the Western Ukrainian company, due to the war, has been forced to come up with the anti-drone weapon. No. All right, and it's called the ANTIDRON KVS G-6. This particular weapon can take down a drone from 2 miles away without damaging it. Now the objective, some anti-drone guns use microwaves to fry the electronics inside. Some of them use radio waves. Well, this one uses radio waves as well to jam the drone's communication. So if the drone cannot communicate its
Radio.
with its radio, right? Most drones are intelligent enough to say, "Hey, rather than crash myself, I'm just going to auto land." And what's happening is the Ukrainians are able to go and recover these drones, and I guess make them work. But anyway, we got a video here of what the
home.
right. Either return to home or land, but you can't return to home if you don't know where home is, which is exactly what this gun
But
does.
it's already locked in the drone. It's already returned to home.
It's true. But if the drone still doesn't know well, yeah, if it's, yeah, I guess I see what you're saying. But this is it right here. It's called the ANTIDRON. I forget the numbers. This is just a test. I have it quieted down because of it's in another language, obviously, in Ukrainian. But this is the smaller one, I believe. I have their website up so I can show you what they have, but they have a large one and a small one. I'm assuming the larger one can take down a drone from 2 miles away. And once again, the objective is to jam all radio frequencies and communication within the drone. So if there's Wi-Fi talking amongst the drone to peripheral parts or whatever, or any other kind of radio waves, all of that's being jammed. So I would like to speed this up some. I'm trying to get to the point where he's using the gun. This is, that's the smaller version. This is the smaller version right here. I don't know what the range is on that particular small version there, but from what I understand, there's the big boy. You put a sniper scope on top of the handle on top here, and you can get a 2-mile beam. And for those of you who play video games, doesn't this look like a gun from Halo? The bottom may be a little exaggerated. What'd you say?
Video card attached to it.
Right? It's a big graphics card right here. But if you cut off a little bit of it, and from what I'm understanding here, a lot of the parts are fairly cheap for it. But this is what they're using. This is the scope I was talking about right there that you put on top of it for $12,000 per unit. And this is, I guess, the spectrum, different broadband spectrums that it broadcast on. But I thought it was very cool. Out of necessity, things are often invented.
So
you know,
so 12,000 a unit for this thing?
$12,000 sounds harmful to the user. No, because it's actually just. Let me get back to this.
I watched the whole video and checked out the thing. Basically, what it does. That's what I said to you about when you say about drone losing its radio communication. But what happens when you use radio communication with your DJI drone?
She goes into return home.
Okay.
Yeah, so, she goes into return home.
Other drones that may not be set to do that, they might.
That's true. Might auto land.
Right.
Exactly.
Now, all it's doing is cutting off its radio communication back and forth to the, from where it's transmitted from, so it can't operate.
Right. Sector. Okay. These are all the devices that they have. Here's the mini. This is the small version of it. Right here. This is the mini. It looks like the bigger version, but it's dramatically smaller in size. They have a few anti-drone weapons here. They have the KV6 JAMMER, which is what we were looking at. They actually have some aircraft, anti-drone KV Mini, anti-drone SG-16. They seem to be in the world. Now, see, that looks harmful to the user. I'm sorry.
Wow, look at the sticker on the side of that one.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, I'll copy this and let you guys, I can't see the chat. I will post it in there. You can check out their site and see what stuff they have. Russian billionaire had one of those on his yacht to jam people from looking at his boat. Hey, what's good, Big Matt?
Really?
Yeah, that's what Big Matt just put in.
The
It
same
cuts
one?
off all signals, including satellite connection. Down she comes.
The same one?
I believe so. Jerry Franks, how are you? Welcome to the chat. What's up, everyone? Click that like button when you come in, so you don't have to do it later on. But that's their website that I put there. So if you want to see what kind of anti-drone tech this company's coming up with, and they're making, what better way to fund the war than make anti-drone equipment, and you're testing it in the field, right, Ermin? They're basically testing it in the field. Huh?
It better work.
Mhm.
Since you had nowhere else to test it.
This is true. And if they have their big boy can go up to 2 miles away, that's not bad. That's not bad. A sniper scope can see better that far. Hey, what's up, Rob C?
You know what is true though? What I'd like to know, you know, I get it with the whole thing of hope because I know in spite of many of you guys in the chat, guys out there that fly drones, cannot see a drone 2 miles away.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, I get it with being able to pick it up on radar. Now you can see it in the scope once it gets into your ring, and then you can probably take it out. But a lot of guys believe, yeah, my drone 2 miles away.
Yo,
Right
Herman,
there.
this place, this company is something. They have a suitcase that you can carry with you right here. It's called the JAMMER Bodyguard Pro.
Oh, really?
And it will jam everything in the immediate area. And for bomb disposal and military personnel against remote controlled explosive devices. So anything that would operate under a radio frequency or cell phone call in or something similar to that, this case will eliminate that signal, thus giving the bomb squad a better chance to disarm the bomb. I keep going back to the page, looking at some of the stuff that they have, and it's quite interesting. This looks like something you'd put on the roof.
I got a question for you. How does that work when you walk through the airport with that?
Huh?
How does that one work when you walk through the airport with that?
With the airport with this? Well, no, that definitely go on the bottom. That would definitely go on the bottom of the plane.
The case, the case.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Good question. What? So Jerry Frank says, what if it remotely sets the bomb off? Well,
Then what you got to do is you got to go back to the manufacturer. And nowadays, no one has a phone, so you got to send them an email, and they'll email you back. And then you'll be able to contact their people from the email.
Have your people contact their people,
Yeah, and it'll be a back and forth thing for about 2 days, and then they'll reimburse you.
Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope, seriously. But out of necessity, they've created this company basically overnight. I mean, they have the technology there, and they must have a place to build these things, because the big boy costs $12,000.
Well, you saw in the video, they have a team of people that put them together by hand.
But they say through most ballpark comparable alternatives on the Western markets offer no online price list.
Right, I get
those that do that.
I'm curious to know. I see them putting together. They got the components and everything, and they have the main in a frame laid out. I guess they have several of them, but the housing, who's manufacturing that actual housing that goes around? Because it looks like it was made for that specific, you understand what I'm saying? It's not, it doesn't
Yeah,
look like something that was rigged together
right. I'm pulling the
mixed up,
picture back up. This is
mixed
the
up
big
happened
boy.
to, you understand what I'm saying?
Right. This doesn't look like something that was put together overnight.
Right.
Apparently this is some kind of cooling system because this
Yeah,
fan is on both
it is.
sides
If you
of this
listen in the
weapon.
video, if you watch the video on it, there's a video that they have on it. That is
Yeah,
the cooling system.
yeah, yeah. So all I can say is it's
That 38
impressive.
handle on it is a little bit
I
strange.
thought that was a little shabby. But they're probably using used weapons. Who knows? Because it's a regular gun triggering system
Yeah,
that they're
38.
using. Even the mini has, wait a minute. Even the mini has it. The smaller one has a little gun handle. What is that? The handle? I don't know. But either way, I wish them luck in their ventures because after this war is over, they're going to be selling them all over the place like hotcakes, right?
Well, whatever's left over be in the
Hi,
home.
Susan Lee. What's left over? You said?
Yeah. Whatever's laying around will be up in some people's homes and stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
There's
As
a
as,
person that
as
is-
long as you brought the refresh package, the care refresh package for them.
Well, come on. It is the case everywhere.
All right. Well,
When it's over, that becomes the hot thing on the street.
basically, could you imagine? Hey, I got my jammer and no one's crashing our drone party today. If you're not invited, you're going down. All right. We got a story with EHang. Okay. And we've done millions of them.
Where they
Well,
hanging from?
huh?
Where they hanging from?
Well, we know EHang is flying. We know EHang is trading on the American Stock Exchange. We know EHang is trying to get contracts to fly in urban air mobility situations all over Asia. Well, EHang is teamed up with,
Mm-hmm.
duh, EHang is teamed up with a company in Spain. And here we go. Wrong space. It's called U space. I'm sorry. I was supposed to have something written down, but I don't. Never write anything down. EHang is teamed up with U space in Spain, and they are trying to get their drones flown over there. But before they can do that, they literally have to go through what they go through in every country: show they're airworthy in the country, show they're reliable, show logistics that these drones work from point A to point B. And urban air mobility in Spain is supposed to be the future role of the company called Nair.
Yeah, that's what I thought who they teamed up with.
Yes, yes, yes. I said, and Nair is a part of U-Space. I said it wrong.
Okay.
I said it backwards. Nair is actually teamed up with EHang to create U-Space, airspace in national territories such as Spain and some parts of Europe. My problem is EHang's AAVs
Mm-hmm.
tend to be a little light. The average American can't fit in one of those things.
Well, the average guy from Spain ain't that big either.
I'd get in an
No, I'm
EHang
just saying,
taxi.
dude. No, I'm just saying. What I take with this story, and it's the same thing as everyone else. They're trying to promote the whole urban air mobility, the advanced air mobility movement and it's funny because one of the stories that other things that we're going to talk about tonight talks about that and basically trying to change the culture, the ideas of people and the feeling of what they feel towards these things in our airspace.
Right.
So is that when and if they do happen, that everyone will be comfortable with, and that's what this movement that everyone is doing right now is.
Well, it's smart. If it's smart by
That's what that not to get to that, but that's what that vertiport was that over in Europe. That's what that thing is doing right now. It's
Right.
actually functioning as a museum per se to
teach people, yeah.
teach people of what this is going to be and how it's
Right.
going to operate.
Right. Now, you know, it's funny because everyone's trying to do that now. EHang is willing to team up with someone to take their equipment, their drones and their logistics and show people how it's done. Like you said, that vertiport in Europe that they built and is now a museum, the concept goes, if they see it and they see how it works and understand it, they'll be more susceptible to accepting it when it does start.
It's basically the whole thing. If you build it, they will come.
Mm-hmm. Basically, field of dreams. If you build it, they will fly in it.
So
if you build it, they will fly in it, or they will accept deliveries from it.
well, that's basically what it is. If you build it, they will come.
That's not a bad idea.
And you know, and it's funny because the whole world sees certain things like, you know, well, that's something I would never use. You know, and I said this before. I remember we talked about this. You remember the Thigh Master?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I do.
Did you buy one?
Nope.
Neither did I.
Hey, Ray Kelly.
But at $19.95 a pop. Now, this number's going way back, going over 280 million people.
Uh-huh.
They don't need me and you to buy one.
I know. I know. It's crazy. For every one person that didn't buy one, they sold 10.
Hey, Captain Ray, what's going on?
And if you understand logistics, that's pretty much how it is.
You know, Susan Lee.
I would need a Husky edition.
What's going on?
You know, it's funny. It's funny because EHang, I showed the picture of it really quick. This is their 216. This is their one-seater.
Is that a one-seater or is it a two-seater?
Yes, this is a one-seater. The 216. Now they have a 216E or E something with a 216 with a letter behind it. That's the two-seater, but this is just the one-seater.
So that's like that's basically just like
a flying egg.
Basically the same as, you know, the Jetson one and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, except and I'm looking at this camera down here. We know that's a FLIR camera.
Really?
Well, I don't know per se, but if you look closely, it looks like some type of FLIR system.
Uh-huh. I can't tell. It just looks like a box.
Well, I'm just speculating. I should get the specs on that and confirm that.
Yeah, I'm just looking
off the first, Mr. J's RC beef jerky.
Is that a police vehicle?
Hey, Robert Glazer. if that version was for police, okay, I could see. I just don't see them. I just don't see them. The average American getting in one of those and saying, I'm gonna go down to a Wally World or Piggly Wigglies and get a few things.
Can you imagine you go in this thing and you take off and you go somewhere and you land and you can't get the motors to shut off?
Oh no, you're stuck inside it.
Yep.
If the motors don't shut off, you're stuck inside, bro. Well, I need its beefed up airbag system, Crypto Man says. A beefed up airbag system, like the one that they land rovers on Mars with, that fully enclose you.
I'm telling you, Lawrence, I would never fly this thing because even if it
Gary,
there has to be something in there other than the key, whatever. that I can take out of it that thing can't turn on? Because I would be afraid walking from the cab
Listen,
to the open
Herman.
air,
All
open
you would see from the
the motor to
outside,
just start right up.
all you would see from the outside is me kicking the shit out of the display until they stop spinning. I'm talking NASA style. Fly Guy Merrill, hey, how are you? Good to see you, Fly Guy Merrill. Thanks for coming in. Click that like button, guys. Don't forget to. Anyway, it is July the 3rd, 2022. Tomorrow is July 4th. I highly, across the United States, I highly recommend, if you're not used to flying around fireworks, be very, very careful. Because just as you are looking at fireworks randomly, there's no telling who under you is about to launch a mortar or anything up in the air because you're looking forward. You can't see anything coming. I'm just saying, if you take your drone up in the air, try to make sure it's away from all the fireworks at a decent distance. Turn that ISO up some. You know, if you want to get pictures, take those 1.5, 2 second shots, those long exposures.
You might miss it.
Well, not for the long droopy ones, but yeah. if you're catching a real firework, if you're catching somebody in his yard, you might miss it. But yeah, Robert Glazer, yes, happy 4th of July weekend to everyone. Hope you got to buy, you know what? I hope you got to buy some barbecue. I got to go to the store and buy something barbecue. That's bad. I don't even have a barbecue to crash, yo. That's sad. What's this world coming to?
I don't know, man.
Even your friends were disappointed you weren't barbecuing.
Yeah, well.
You know what? I'll make up for it tomorrow. I'm going to visit my nephew in the hospital. Herman, sign here. This will make me a moderator. Mr. Jesus. Nobody's a moderator in here.
Oh, I can't. I don't. I
So,
can't make you a moderator.
If you guys have eaten barbecue, go and eat some more in the name of me. I don't even have a barbecue to go to, man. Seriously. That's sad. That's really, really sad. And people are barbecuing across the street and they're celebrating. Huh?
Over there.
Go over there. I'm gonna have to go get a hamburger and make a hamburger and put barbecue sauce on it or something. That's tacky, right? That is tacky.
Well, only you like your burger. I mean, some people put barbecue sauce on their burger. I'm just saying, you go over there.
I unfortunately I have chicken for tonight, so maybe tomorrow I'll go someplace with his barbecue and buy some.
You heard me?
Independence Day movie tomorrow and tonight, Jims.
No.
Crypto Man said no for the Independence Day. Crypto Man says I skipped the barbecue today. I'm better off. Now the only reason you would say something like that, Crypto Man, is if you know if the cook can't cook. I hope that's the sake. I hope that's the situation. I'm taking off from my roof like I always do. Rotary Club fireworks 4 blocks away from my house. Just be safe out there, guys. That's right. It's Canada Week. Happy Canada Week.
Who's taking off from the roof?
Robert Glazier says he's taking off from his roof. Rotary Club fireworks 4 blocks from my house. Robert Glazier.
Huh?
You here in New York? Well, we're looking for a roof to take off from. Barbecue steak today. All right, Ray Kelly. Grilling some hot dogs, burgers, and then taking the kids to see the township fireworks tomorrow. All right, that's what's up.
Sounds like fun.
Yes, it does. Well, Herman,
Wasn't me.
I took out
Sorry.
and dusted the dust off my Mavic Pro.
Oh.
She flew like a charm. She flew like I've been flying with her all along, bro.
Mhm.
I only had one issue where she went into Addy mode.
Really?
Well, I was between some buildings when I took off. It was only 10 satellites, but what I did was smart. Got between the buildings, because it was so narrow as in like about 50 feet wide, I actually went up, acquired more satellites, and then I slowly came down to where they started to drop off to one or two, and I stayed at that level, and that kept me where I wanted to be between the two buildings. But the Mavic Pro held it down today, I must say. She um she did her thing. I was happy with her. I really was. I forgot. I missed. I had to take out, and I shot a manual pano. This is what I shot with it. I'll show you right now, real quick. I'm no longer using pano mode
Uh-huh.
in DJI drones. I'm doing it manually now, but this is it. In I don't know if I stopped sharing. Oh, there we go. You can see it now.
Yeah.
Well, this place here, I watched them build it. I recorded, you remember, I was documenting them building this from the basement up. And
Mhm.
now they're finally finishing off this whole section here. And in the time that they built this whole area, they put this building up in less time that they've been doing this. But this is about 7 or 8 buildings that they're doing. But they're finally finishing up, and that was taken with the Mavic Pro, which I was, like I said, I still like my old bird. Shrimp boil tomorrow.
Ooh,
Okay,
okay.
Mr. JRC said something about what's up now? Something about a shrimp boil tomorrow.
Okay. I
Me too, Mavic Pro, my very first drone.
well, I went to a barbecue once where they had not only did they have meat on the grill and stuff like that, and burgers and hot dogs, but they did something with a boil with the shrimp and crawfish and what is
I've
that,
never been to one of those.
corn and they threw in some what do you call it there, some a whole bunch of different seafood was in that big thing, and then they pulled out it was a big gigantic pot, and they pulled out the basket,
And
right,
just poured it on the table.
on the table.
See, I would like to go to one of those places. Of course, I would never wear a white t-shirt there, but
Uh,
I'd love to go to one of those places and experience that. Seriously, I've never. That's what you call a crab bake, a seafood bake, when you
One of
got
the
the potatoes and corn and everything,
yeah,
right? Yeah, yeah,
one of the guys that I coach with, the other guy I coach with on the defensive line,
yeah.
it's his birthday, and his wife threw a barbecue for him.
And that's how they threw down.
Yeah,
That must have been fun.
they had 2 grills going and that big pot. They did two or three of those big pots.
Wow. That's like seafood for days. That's when you see the clams, the oysters, the mussels,
Yeah,
the
crab leg,
lobsters,
king crab leg, all that is in there.
the king crab legs, the everything. You see, now you're making me hungry. There's seafood. Seriously, where's some seafood? All right. Hold on. Oh, I minimized the window. Anyway, that's it with EHang. They're teaming up with in Spain with an air to create an urban air mobility system for
Mhm.
U space airspace
Yeah,
in national territory in national territory. Basically, they're trying to show what they can do over in Spain now. And
well,
maybe they can sell a few EV and stuff like that.
basically the whole thing is everyone's trying to gain the logistics, and they're they're trying to, like I said before, promote the whole urban air mobility thing to gain the confidence and the change the culture of the people.
Yes. Do you feel, do you want to do the Tammy Jean shout out this time?
Tammy Jean.
Yeah, do you want to do the Tammy Jean shout out for her stream and everything and
Stream
tell
comes on. Well, Tammy Jean's stream comes on after Ken Herron, directly right after Ken Herron. And a shout out to Tammy Jean, for great stream the other night. She shouted out those guys, and we thank her once again for shouting us out.
yes.
Don't forget to check out her stream. It's at 10 o'clock on Thursday nights, right after Ken Herron. So make sure you get over there and check it out.
I heard it was her first one this week, and it was very, very good stream. Like I said, if I have to take a nap during the day just to check it out, I will be there on Thursday at 10. Maybe by 10:05 I'll be asleep, but I'll be there. I'm playing around.
Well, you know what, Lawrence? We're talking about guys out there. I know a few guys, got their mini threes a few weeks ago, and people are still waiting. And I actually spoke to someone who was waiting on their mini three, and I told them where to go to get it, because they're in the area. So
Yeah.
I hope everyone, can, possibly get one that's been waiting. But like I told you, I was going to tell you I had the case that look sent me.
Yeah, I was wondering when you were going to show off that.
Oh,
Now keep in mind, Herman has more than, see all those white boxes behind him? He's got a nano case for everything over there.
I didn't open this one. I just took a look at it, but I didn't really. Now, see, here's this the great part of this case here, the single-handed latch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, I've opened mine many a time with one hand while holding the drone. And this is the Flymore bundle case. What was that they put in there?
The little
Stickers?
the paper and the stickers.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
There you go. Ken Hearn is the cream of the Oreo between.
Drone sits in there, and then I guess the charging hub will sit here.
Right.
Then you got batteries. You got your 3 batteries, and your little doodads and cables go in there.
Right. Your filters.
Controller go here, and then
that's a little deep in there. So can't something go under that controller?
I always put my lanyard and stuff underneath there.
Okay, smart move.
And then this piece will come out.
Fly Guy Merrill says congrats.
This piece comes out, and then you can put the RC controller in there. That new.
Okay. Oh, that's slick. Right. So you have the standard controller or the RC controller. Right. Now, see, that's smart. All right. Well, congratulations. You finally got your Mini 3, even though DJI dropped the shit the bed.
I just don't think that these guys Best Buy and D&H and them are gonna get the drone until DJI
has finished eating first.
Well, you can kind of say that, but until their stock is ready and available for everyone to have their shipment, and I guess they're going to continue to sell and fulfill their commitments.
Yeah.
Until then, like I said before, we just happen to be in the area that there is a DJI store. So they would actually think. I wasn't thinking. The other day I was like, let me give them.
We have a store right there. We have a store right there.
I have a number in my phone, I've been there several times.
Right. Well, now you have your Mini 3, and I look forward to seeing the videos come out. that you plan on using? Because that little thing is DJI is like the Bugs Bunny of drones. It just come up out of the hole, and you have a drone in your hand. You just jump up out of the hole and smack you up, and then jump back in the hole. Every time somebody come out with a drone, dude, they just come up like
Charging hub. And the fly.
okay.
I'm not rocking the purse, but
No, you're not rocking the merce that comes with it, of course, because you got a case for it.
and then I got filters.
See, so you're prepared. You're ready to do. You're ready to
Ready to go.
do whatever you want.
Ready to go.
You're ready to go. All right,
Ready to go.
that's what's up. That's what's up. And I need to get back on that project too, as well. But it is what it is. Now, here's a question to everybody that's in the chat, whoever's still here and whoever is listening within listening range. Would you spend $4,000 on a drone to find out that so many things are wrong with it? Maybe they should give you some of that money back. And the reason I'm asking it, if you upgrade, you see what Fly Guy Merrill put?
What?
I'm thinking of upgrading controller now that M3 works with the new RC. Thinking of getting it, but I also like to feature the RC Pro decisions. Hey, drone visuals. Happy 4th.
Well,
the reason. Go ahead.
For someone who does not have the RC Pro, I don't know what the difference is between using
what the hell
tablet and a regular controller.
Yeah.
As opposed to with that new controller.
Right.
I do know what the difference is between the RC Pro and the regular controller. Now, you can't go wrong with the RC Pro. It's just costly. This controller here is a little more than $300.
Right.
Basically, I want to call a spade. It's a $310 controller.
He says he's currently using the iPad Mini 5. So I understand you plight, Fly Guy Merle, because I also am using a 10-inch tablet.
I understand that. And I was using the what the hell was that?
NVIDIA Shield?
No, but after that I had the
no. Right.
That big S series with the big tablet. I had that, and then I said, you know what, I want to try the smart controller. That's when they made the smart controller available with the Air 2S.
Yeah.
So try the smart controller, and when I looked, I expected to see. My thing was always the screen was smaller, right. And I know with the phone, you notice the difference.
Yeah.
But with the smart controller, the clarity and everything in the screen and everything what you're seeing
is a lot better.
Right, better, than a phone.
Definitely better quality.
Then it's way better than using your phone. So I got comfortable with that very easily. Plus the way it's in your hand, it's right there. It's up in, you can hold it right there, and you can do the pinch.
Well, see, that's what I liked that night. You let me use the smart controller. The fact that I was more comfortable holding it instead of kind of balancing the tablet and the radio, and I didn't need my glasses. Now, if I had my glasses on, it would have looked like a 12-inch screen to me. If I had my reading glasses on, seriously. But I didn't need it that night, and I didn't need to turn it down or anything. The Mini 3 controller works with Mavic 3 fine, cheaper. Yeah. I don't know if I would want to use the Mini 3 controller with the Mavic 3, but people
that's what
do.
I'm saying too. I don't know what kind of if you're complaining about the range with the
Mini 3
with the
controller.
Mini 3 and the controller, I mean, what do you think is going to happen when you start using it with the Mavic 3? It's going to get better.
This is true. Hey, Jody, what's good, man? How are you?
That's what I was going to. Hey, what's up, huh? Jody. Oh, shots was good.
And what's funny is now we have more options for controllers than we have drones, which is smart. No, but that's smart though.
But I told you a long time ago, before the masses started to say the same thing, that I believe that's where they're going to go with these controllers, because DJI is starting to get pushed out of a lot of things.
Right. They were going in the right direction with the Triple Tech.
Right. The Triple Tech is a nice tablet. I mean, you can still use it.
Yeah.
But
it's being outsold.
What?
Right now, the Triple Tech will be pushed to the side when I can get a whole radio with a screen.
Well, yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah.
But for those jobs, I could see.
I mean, if they're not going to be selling the regular controllers anymore, I understand it. But if this is going to become the standard thing for a controller, this controller that they sell with this thing here, I mean, it's not. If you felt the RC Pro or the Smart controller, it's not the same thing. You know what I mean? It's nowhere near the same quality of controller. It's like they took that same what do you call it? That what do you call it? N1R, whatever the hell they call that controller, and put a screen on it.
Yeah. Basically.
This is nowhere near the same as the Smart controller or even the
right. There were more options for controllers.
I totally get it with what they did with it. This is something that, truthfully, yes, you can put into any and every drone that you sell standard.
Yes. Because look how simplified it is. Look how simplified. No more antennas. The patch antenna will ensure that you only go but so far.
No, but maybe in the future you will see antennas on it again, because
DJI
has a way of listening
to people
and giving the consumer what they call for, because of the issue with the directional issues with this controller. And I knew that from using the controller for the Phantom 3 Standard. The Phantom 3 Standard controller was just like this, with the antennas internal, the two little, it had the one external for direction.
Right, and with the price varying, like Fly Guy Merle says, from $1,200 to 300. You get what you pay for. Right. Keep this in mind. Keep this serious. There's a reason that controller, by making it 300, they made that mini so cost effective.
If you feel it, if you check out the controller, it's not a bad quality build.
But you could tell it's lighter.
It's very much lighter.
Yeah.
It's very much lighter. I've already put a screen protector on it. I told you I opened it already. I just wanted to make it look like we're still in the box, but no. But yeah, you can tell the difference between this and the Smart controller, and even the RC Pro. And if you were gonna get the RC Pro and it's not a problem, I would get the RC Pro. This may be easier to hold all day.
Right.
Very light.
I just don't. There's no place for a lanyard, is there?
Well, it has the same threads, like on the back of the.
Okay, so you can put your lanyard in, like that's what I was asking.
RC Pro, and the Smart controller.
Okay, so you can get
into these two here, yeah.
Yeah, you put on a screw-on lanyard, okay.
Yeah.
Because that was my concern also with these controllers. You need a way to put a lanyard in. When they started putting the screw holes in the bottom, I was
Hmm.
like, that's perfect. Because if you let the radio hang,
Hmm.
it doesn't get crossed up or anything.
Well, it just hangs just like you know, like your man there, favorite flame
Uh-huh.
the clock.
With the clock, right? Drone days, I do remember that monitor. If you remember, Hubson had a H501S Advanced
Hmm.
that had a 5.8 screen on it as well.
Hmm.
I remember I had it. It
Now,
was,
you know what I don't like with the controller? Not to cut
what's
you off.
that?
The 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 knobs.
They're even tinier.
No, they came up with a third design where the threads are on here and you have to screw this onto the threads.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's not cool. So
But
now you literally have to take your time. For those guys that are in a rush to fly, I guess leave your knobs on.
well, still in all, with this, don't drop one because you
You're
won't find
done.
it.
You're done. Well, yeah, you saw what happened yesterday. I dropped one. I still haven't found that screw, but like you said, I'm gonna step on it in the middle of the night, and that's usually what happens. Give me a second to
Right.
run to the freezer.
But other than that, yeah, I really can see this controller being in the box with everything else they're gonna come out with on OcuSync 3 in the consumer world. We're probably done though, but
Well, I would, to be honest, all I want is the smart controller for my Air 2S.
right, but I'm saying like much longer are they gonna rock the O3 with this well, I guess they could rock it for a few years even to when they come out with the Air 3
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah. The Air 3.
they're not
You're
gonna put
right.
the box with the Inspire.
I hope not.
You know, this is not going to be in the box with the Inspire,
Well,
but
the
maybe they
drone
might start
anal
putting
vision.
bundles.
Drone Anal Visual says the RC Pro heavy like hand grenade.
It's not that bad. It's not that,
I agree. It will be the new standard
not that
controller.
bad. But I can
I,
see, I told you this a long time ago. I can see them doing that because of the issues with apps and stuff like that, and the issue
right,
not being
right, and that's why they're going to make a killing.
so they would
That's
have to
what.
start building their own ecosystem for their
And
products.
I haven't seen anyone. You know, they have these tech guys that usually open stuff up, but that controller in your hand right there, I'm waiting for this tech guy to get his hands on it because I'm sure all it is a LED screen, a
Mhm.
board in the middle with two patch antennas and some wires attached to the buttons
Well, it's got to have
inside.
the thing for the antennas to, yeah, on the board, yeah, but that's what
Yeah,
it
you're
is.
right. And the antennas, of course, will go to the
That's what I
board, but
said. If you really think about it, all you have to do is run new wiring to the board from the antenna, right?
yeah.
And pop your own holes in here, and you could put helical antennas on there.
Sunrise Water says, I'm surprised they made the DJI RC compatible with the Mavic 3 before the RC Pro is compatible with the Mini 3 Pro.
Um,
Only DJI knows what the hell they're doing.
well, this controller came with the Mini 3 Pro. I didn't. I mean, is there an update for this thing that made it possible to link it with it, or are they still in talks of it?
I couldn't tell you. I know that there was an update for the
Yeah,
Mini
it's an
3.
update for the Mini 3.
The first update actually for the Mini 3. So I don't know what
Oh,
it entailed.
came out the
Let's
other
see
day.
if I can find some information.
No, the update came out the other day. The Mini 3.
Mini 3 ready for its first major firmware update. You know, we go to the source, and from what they're
Leave me.
okay, what's new? Okay, they've added support for focus track, quick shots, droney, rocket, circle, helix, and boomerang, and
Right.
hyperlapse in portrait mode. I did see a hyperlapse on Facebook in portrait mode. That's where the screen flips up like that.
Well, you hit
Added a 2-second option to the interval time setting when using hyperlapse after takeoff. Okay, I guess there wasn't a 2-second option. Added support for continuous autofocus during video recording. It's AF-C. All right. Added USB mode. When the aircraft is connected to the computer, USB mode is enabled. The aircraft disables its image transition to extend the time for copying footage. Okay, so, all right. What's updated? Increase the camera speed when taking photos. Increase the stability of videos when using hyperlapse, increase the dynamic range of hyperlapse, like the coloring system, optimize image quality of recordings at night in D-Cinelike. Now that I like. Optimize anti-interference ability and the transmission distance of the image transmission system. So anti-interference ability and the transmission distance. All right, so the video can transmit further than what it was going. Optimize the correctness of battery levels indicators on the DJI RC-N1 remote controller. All right. Optimize battery load management when flying in environments with strong winds. And there were 3 issues that people complained about that were also fixed, and then I'm done. One issue fixed, the videos recorded in some scenarios, like they fixed the issue where videos in some scenarios in D-Cinelike flickered. That's a shutter issue probably. The second one is when selecting intelligent flight modes in portrait mode, a false prompt appeared on a DJI RC remote controller or an Android device. And the third thing is optimizing the vignetting effect in DNG raw photos.
Okay.
But they did a lot. That was a lot of shit. But that's not as bad because it kind of segues into this story here with Parrot. I asked a question. Would you guys out there
Sure I would.
pay $4,000 for a drone that had 595 bugs? You heard right. $4,000 for a drone that had 595 bugs in it. And if you want to know what company I'm talking about, it's Parrot. You remember that $4,000 Anafi AI drone? You know, the one that looked like a frog or a praying mantis? Give me a second. I'll pull up this picture right here.
What's the issue with the Free Flight 7 app? But
see, I don't know what the hell all of that sound is, so I'm not going with that. But go ahead, Herman.
Wasn't most of the issue with the Free Flight 7 app?
Yes. Yes, it was the app. But I'm saying, come on, $4,000, 595 issues, bugs.
Well, the app that runs it, yeah, and things that they could have done better, basically.
DJI didn't come out with that many issues. I mean, they don't go into detail as far as saying what the issues were directly, but I mean, come on, $4,000, you would think they would have an app that works better than it's supposed to. Says Parrot says its engineering department has been working day and night on customer feedback to make the software more robust and ensure that Free Flight 7 complements the function of the $4,000 Anafi AI drone. And one of the bugs that I thought was kind of funny was this drone is an AI drone. It's supposed to be able to use it beyond the visual line of sight and stuff like that. And they just made it available so that this drone can be flown on a 4G network.
Right.
Now, we do know when it came out, they promised a 5G compatibility. Well, guess what? There's more 4G networks in the United States right now than there are 5G networks.
Right. That makes sense.
So that made no sense to have a 5G drone in an area that's only
No.
running 4G. You couldn't use it.
Well, I mean,
And here's another issue they had. If the signal was interrupted or the flight plan was interrupted, says Parrot says return to home will be launched if the flight plan is interrupted.
right.
Dude. So you mean you could lose signal or whatever and it would
Return
just
home.
hover there?
No,
Well, it'll come home now. It'll come home now. Before, I guess it was just hovering there or trying to reestablish the connection.
or would just land.
Or yeah, that's a possibility too. Or it would just land. That is crazy. Come on, guys. I mean, Parrot Anafi has these big contracts throughout the United States and around the world. And I'm sorry, but to spend $4,000 on a drone,
A lay down contract.
and I don't want to hear you guys say, "Oh, well, we spent $3,000 on a DJI drone and it wasn't to perfection." But DJI didn't have 595 fucking bugs. The stuff that DJI fixed was minute compared to what we're talking about.
I mean, I kind of wouldn't even address it that way.
Huh?
I kind of wouldn't even address it that way. DJI is not making drones for the government use.
True.
'Cause
That's
that
true
is
too.
AI is a government use drone. Everyone, isn't that on the blue UAS?
Yes, DJI is on the blue list.
No, not DJI.
Parrot Anafi is. Sorry, DJI is not on the blue list. Parrot Anafi is on the blue list that government officials can purchase this drone for $4,000 and that just got a 595 bug
worked out after a year. So, I mean, it's not so bad what DJI does, putting out these drones. And, I mean, even when you got the Mavic 3, shit.
But DJI, the apps work.
Cameras still work well.
The app still worked, exactly.
The 4/3 sensor, the micro 4/3 sensor, that worked well. You just didn't have certain features that you didn't use anyway.
Right.
And
right.
And the full parameters of the telephoto lens wasn't available to you at the time.
This is true, but I'm not saying anything bad about Parrot. Parrot Anafi has major government contracts. They call this the biggest step forward since the release of the drone.
It's the drone, right?
So that's a very big update. I mean, no matter how long that is very big, because they say now you can manually adjust the position of point of interest and waypoint positions on the video feedback on your touch screen.
Let me ask you this. Was it available already for them to purchase, or was it still under,
From what I understand, this drone is being sold in places around the world.
Okay.
It's a European company, but it's being, for some reason, they seem to have a few contracts here in the United States already using the Anafi drone on 5G networks. But like I said, if you live in New York City, you have 5G network, you have 4G network. I've even seen my phone drop to 2G in places. Okay, but just to have a drone that flies in a 5G network, you're limiting yourself. So I hope it's for the better. To be honest, hey, Bill, what's up? Happy 4th to everyone out there. Welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys. It is the day before July 4th, and seems we all do anymore is update. Bob Casey, how are you? Yes, you buy a refrigerator. It has to hook up to the internet so you can update it.
No, not all of them.
Not true.
So stop. No, I mean, it's a good thing in a way. It's a good thing in a way because, a lot of the products that we have, or we've purchased years ago, had bugs. We just, just like everybody looks at these commercials, with the side effects of these medications. Well, medications always had side effects.
Yeah.
They just weren't selling them to you. They were selling them to the doctors at that point. They're
Right.
now selling them to
directing
you, so they have to make you aware of the side effects.
Right. Because the commercial says this
As
will
far
keep.
as- well, not
Go ahead.
but these products being updated, at least now they can work out the bugs that you would have had to stay with years ago.
Right. This is true.
That's a good thing in a way, you know. And then when they figure
It
out
is.
something else that they can do, they can actually send it to you, and you can get a little treat here and there. Like look at what they're doing now. You know, different things that has happened with the what do you call it, the Air 2 and the Air 2S.
Yes, yes.
Adding to the life, keeping these two drones running, you know.
And I'm loving my Air 2S
And
right
now,
now.
look, even the I reported there the other day that they optimize the flight, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, the overall flight capabilities with the DJI Mavic 2 Enterprise series. The entire
Right.
series across the board got an update a couple of weeks ago. So, you know, I mean that's a good thing in a way, you know. I mean sometimes you don't want to do them. I mean, some updates interfere, like with the Mavic 3 update. That first update, I think, interfered with some of the things that was already done, and DJI had to go back to the drawing board and sit
Have
down
a good
and
night,
figure
Blind
out
Neil.
what was interfering with what, and what was doing this and what was causing that, and they finally got it right, and now it's the best drone out there.
You know, and I'm going to say, even before they enhanced the Air 2S, I was enjoying it. Yes, Neil, have a great evening, sir. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. We appreciate it. My Air 2S, you know what? I've always learned to appreciate what I have because I've never been one to keep up with the Joneses. I mean, economically, could I do it? I could have tried or made several attempts. Oh, that's that giant ice cube you were talking about. You forget to show me. Dude, that ice cube is bigger than a glass, guys. Herman's got this giant ice cube maker. It makes cubes the size of square baseballs. But, you know, I cannot complain about the Air 2S. I took my Mavic Pro out today, Herman. And you know what? If I was still flying the Mavic Pro today and I took certain pictures and certain shots, you wouldn't know what freaking drone it was from.
Pretty much so, unless you started comparing them and then picking.
Right. Now, if someone right clicks on the photo and tries to look at the metadata and all of that stuff, then you could tell, okay, it was shot on an earlier version DJI.
The difference in the quality.
Right. You can see in the megapixels the size of the actual picture.
Comparing.
Huh?
Your eyes need something else to see to know the difference.
Right. This is true. I thought Tammy Jean would have came in tonight so I could have thanked her personally for supporting those guys and mentioning us on her live stream.
They got
so I'm gonna have to crash her live stream and shout out. And I just want to point out also that it's not about keeping up with the Joneses. If you could afford to buy every fucking drone that comes out, buy it. I don't care about that. But learn to use what you have. I know people that are still learning how to use the Air 2S. I know people that are still learning how to use the Mini 3. They're still learning how to use the Mavic 3. They're still learning how to use the Mavic 2 Pro. You understand what I'm saying? Learn to use what you have to its fullest ability. At least give it a shot. Now, if you're one of these people that just buy drones and collect them, okay, I have the Mini SE, the Mini 2, the Mini 3, the Mini 9, the Mini 12, okay, and to hang them on the wall, I'm happy for you.
You said, I got the mini.
Yeah, yeah. I'm happy for you, but don't complain.
On the itty bitty.
Right, don't complain to me, oh, the Mini SE sucks because it doesn't do that. How do you know if it sucks? You didn't learn how to use it. with the other 5 minis you brought? Yes, no. I maybe I'm
Yes, so I don't know.
maybe I'm more power to you, more money than sense. Right. If I wish I could afford to buy, I want, you know what bird I want, Herman? The X Dynamics.
Oh yeah, well,
I want the X Dynamics, but until I can get my hands on one, I got to use what I have.
that's a nice drone. I just don't know where they are yet with it. I don't, I've it's the most quiet kept secret in the drone industry right now.
And I'm wondering why, because I'm seeing advertisements for it. I'm seeing shots, you know, of
Well,
X Dynamics.
I
I'm
get a
on their
bunch of
YouTube
videos.
channel.
I got a bunch of
On,
videos on it, and
right. I've seen wind test, everything with it.
but I don't know anyone that has one.
You do. You don't know what you have until it's gone. You do if you never had it, Bob Casey. It's true. How do you like that race today, Gary? Oh, recovery on drones. Okay, there was a race somewhere.
Did you understand what I'm saying about the X Dynamics? I don't know anyone that has one.
I unfortunately don't either. I
I
didn't
saw,
Billy Kyle do a
I saw,
video?
no, I saw
No?
Coco's video, but
Oh,
this
yeah,
was
yeah.
before apparently that they worked out the kinks and stuff like that. Captain Drones, he likes everything. I don't know.
Well, all I'm saying
I
is
haven't heard
if
anything.
and I'm being honest about this, if you can afford to keep up and buy drones, like you want this one, you can do that. Feel free. There's nothing that says you can't have every drone on the market.
Mhm.
There's nothing that says you can't have every drone on the market. Get it. That's what people do.
Well, I mean, there's some guys that aspire to.
True. That's true. I mean, the only new drone to talk about right now coming out would be that Avanta,
Yeah, you
Avanta,
pronounce it. That and the speculations on the
the Inspire 3.
Spire 3, but everyone's still talking about this Mini 3, and
Mm-hmm.
everyone's really it's a love it or hate it drone right now.
Yeah, yeah. I do see mixed reviews. I do see mixed videos out there. I would like to see, but here's a challenge, and I know some people from that group watch this live stream, but I like to see someone with a Mini 3
Mhm.
go up against somebody with a Nano Plus. Same conditions, not you go there one day, I go there, same conditions, same lighting, and you both go up and you take a shot and you show what those drones can do.
Might not be fair.
Because then it might not be fair. I understand that, but it would shut up a lot of people. You have a lot of people that say the Nano Plus is better than the Mini 3. You have people say the Mini 3 is better. Let's put them in a ring and let them fight. Let them thump it out. One might shoot video better than the other. One may shoot pictures better than the other. We don't know.
Well, truthfully speaking, I kind of understand what you're saying, but the drone needs to be in the hands of the same person.
Yes, yes, yes. That's why I said, Herman. For example, if you had the Nano and I had the Mini 3, I would take the Mini 3 up and go get the shot. You would take the Nano up and go get the shot. And then we would hold on. And then you would come down and take a shot with the Mini 3, and I would take a shot with the Nano. I think that's fair.
No, so now you're comparing the two photographers, not the camera.
Okay, I see what you're saying. But to compare, you only need one photographer to compare the two drones.
Right.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. That makes more sense.
Like if I set my drone at a certain setting on my camera, I set that same setting on that camera, and we take this picture. Which one took the better quality of picture?
Right, right. And you would have to test all conditions of a regular photo, a burst, a EAP, EAB photo, or whatever. I would just like to see, I would just like to see a comparison. That's all. I could care less which one people think is better than the other. They're both good. They're both decent drones. They both do the same thing. They both take pictures and they both shoot video. You know, a car is a car is a car.
Mhm.
Some cars are faster than other cars, pretty much.
True. But you know, with 25-mile-an-hour speed limit on the streets,
Yeah,
20
that's killing.
even others.
Yeah,
That's why a car is a car is a car.
that is killing it. I want to skip the last one and just go to the NASA drone responders,
Oh, okay.
if you want, and that's only because I think it's a much better story. NASA is teaming up with drone responders. Drone responders is one of the world's largest. How would you say? What's the word, Herman? Help me there. The drone
Well,
responders. What do they do?
I'll
They go out and they sit.
tell you what drone responders does. Drone responders does a lot of things in the space of basically so much of development of the safety and the regulatory standards for stuff like drones in the public safety sector.
Right. Search and rescue.
Tom was a member of drone responders. The gentleman that we spoke to at in the robotics unit for the fire department at the McCarran Park, he was a member of drone
Of
responders.
drone responders, right.
These it's a group of, they're actually working right upstate New York with New Air on developing and being able to get drones in the hands of more companies that can use drones to better suit
Well, thank you for
their
go.
business, especially in the police departments throughout the state of New York.
Right. Well, thanks for some reason I could not get even half of that out. But NASA's teaming up with Drone Responder because they want to create a national drone responder network. It's a system-wide safety network that if there is a catastrophe or an earthquake, a tidal wave, they want to be able to autonomously launch an emergency response. So that could be anything from having a bunch of drones with water on them or medical equipment on them to autonomously be able to launch to an area of disaster.
Mhm.
And who covers the world as far as in space? NASA is one of those agencies that do. China has their own version of NASA, so does Russia, etc. But to be able to launch a search and rescue and on a large scale with autonomous systems, I think it's a good idea for them to try and do.
Well, you see, from understanding and what I've checked out with this thing here, and I know what NASA is doing. NASA is very also instrumental working with Airbus, which happens to be a company, European company. I'm not sure, not Airbus, but yeah, what Airbus and a few other companies and the promotion once again,
Right.
urban air mobility thing. And NASA, that's why it's very instrumental in it. That's why I understand why this here leads towards talking about traffic management. And I believe that what NASA is involved in with this is the logistics to be able to create this UTM in time to come, to be able to manage this traffic of these drones in our airspace.
Well, see, NASA doing this being on such a large scale would have to integrate with all UTMs, unmanned traffic management systems, as well as emergency. Well, everything falls under UTMs.
Right,
But the
because to
fact
be
that they
able
would
to
be able to
have,
launch autonomously and not interfere with other UTM systems or
well,
be able to integrate between them.
well, no, not so much other. There's no other. There is just the one, and it's just that what I'm saying to you is that with this, and I was listening, I was looking at the article, and I
Hey,
went,
Adrian Mateo.
Adrian, basically trying to create a system and how it will work in air traffic management.
Yes.
See, everybody that's doing these things, they're trying to figure out their own way of doing it, and
Right.
then it will feed into the traffic management system.
Everyone to be able to adapt to the UTMs. Yes.
So what I'm like I said, this here was all leading to how this traffic would be managed within a UTM. And that's basically what I got from what I read on this, you know. And like I said, you're talking about public safety, the public safety sector. You're talking about
On a large scale.
this is all includes even with like the stuff that's going on with the hospitals.
Right.
Not only just like first responders and stuff like that. This brings a broad spectrum of industry involved.
Right. And I want people to also understand when we do these stories about UTMs, unmanned traffic management systems, and autonomous aerial vehicles, everyone, like Herman said, is doing their own thing. But once everyone is settled down, all of these different UTMs will have to interact with each other. And that's when it's going to get interesting.
No, it's only one traffic management system. It's how you spill into the traffic management system. It's just like there's one air traffic control, but there's JetBlue, there's Southeast, there's Northwest, there's
Herman, isn't that part of the topic of the AAAC meeting last week? Airspace management?
Well, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, but unfortunately, guys, it's that time.
Yeah, it's that time to get up out of here.
Don't forget to check out Tammy Jean at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after Ken Herron's live stream. I wanted to give her a shout out personally and thank her for shouting out those guys on her live stream. We appreciate each and every one of you. Be blessed. Stay safe out there. Keep your drones safe. No drones down tomorrow. It's July 4th. If you fly, make sure you're flying in an area far enough away from the fireworks and not over people. Every now and then look down to make sure no one's firing fireworks up at you. Be safe out there. Be safe, fly safer. Anything you want to say, Herman?
Yeah,
Happy 4th of July.
Yeah, guys, happy 4th of July. Be safe out there. We'll be back again on Wednesday, and we'll be talking about some new and interesting stories for you.
Everyone be safe out there. Enjoy your July 4th. I look forward to seeing the footage. Goodbye. Sunday Nights with Those Guys is sponsored by Those Guys. We're out. We're clear.